Welcome to the Veterinary Research Trailer on the Chuckwagon project. So we're doing a project on the testing the heart function and the fitness and measuring the workload of Chuckwagon horses. So we're going to racetracks, and what we're interested in is two things. One is the effect of cumulative racing on the heart function, electrical activity and blood electrolytes of the Chuckwagon horses. And the other thing we're interested in is looking at the workload of the horses. In Chuckwagon we have 4 horses pulling the wagon at the same time, so 2 in the front, the leaders, and 2 in the back, the wheelers. And we want to see if the wheelers are really pulling harder than the leaders and if it affects their cardiovascular function and the recovery time and the fitness of these horses. So basically we're interested in these two things, the difference between the wheelers and the leaders and the effect of cumulative racing on electrolytes and heart function of these Chuckwagon horses. The data is very preliminary. So far we had a really good interaction with the drivers, good feedback, and so we exchanged lots of data with the drivers, and the data we have to analyze still the blood data, so the electrolytes and things like that. This is in the freezer right now and we'll have it later.
So the way we collect this data is by placing 4 small electrodes on the skin of a horse. We then attach a set of wires and a small transmitter box to the harness. This sends a signal of the horse's electrical activity to a cell phone located on the wagon. The cell phone combines the electrical activity and the GPS speed of the wagon and sends that signal to a computer. So we receive a signal from all 4 horses with 4 boxes and 4 cell phones at the same time. And from the computer we record this information so we can study the electrical activity of the heart, and then we combine that with information from pre and post-race blood samples to look at lactate levels, electrolytes and troponin.
The heart rate measurements are really interesting. They are really very well correlated to what the drivers tell us in terms of effort of the horses. So basically when a horse seems to be pulling harder from the driver's point of view, he's also having a higher heart rate. And you can see it's more of an individual horse difference. So I'm not sure right now if the wheelers are really different from the leaders. I think each horse is different by himself. Some horses will look stressed at rest, and you look at the heart rate and the heart rate is normal almost, and then other horses will look okay but the heart rate is very high. So they really like to understand the stress level of these horses, and then once they are on the track and pulling hard, then yes, I think it's good information for them because they know that what they feel is really what's going on in terms of metabolism and heart function for these horses.
We're getting squarer by the minute. Usually when you initially go on the racetrack, the horses, they start to pick up energy. Like right here you can see the outfit's starting to pick up more energy, and I'm just kind of looking, give them some energy right now just through my voice. Yeah! 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 As soon as you get on the racetrack, they start to pull harder. You can see here that the lines are starting to get a little tighter. You can see their ears are kind of perked. But seasoned horses are so nice to drive. They know the routine. If you make a mistake, they'll sometimes they'll correct it for you. And right here, I'm just pulling them up easy. I don't want to pull hard. Just let them gallop out a little bit. It's easier on their legs, and just let them gallop out smooth and tell them they've done a good job, and just kind of positive energy through the lines because they did well. Yeah. Worked nice. Yeah.
I've been involved with the project now just for about 4 or 5 days, monitoring some horses and taking heart rates and the arrhythmia of the horses, and doing blood samples and all that sort of thing. And I thought there's no way that this can hurt our sport. This information is tremendously helpful to me. The speed at which the horse's heart rate increases Their heart rate level while they're racing and then the recovery time is spectacular information, especially when it's intervaled at different places throughout the track, as well as top speed. Top speed helps me determine, when we, obviously all 4 horses are GPS and we have the outfit, but if I can get an average speed for the outfit, it tells me which of my 4 outfits is achieving the higher speed on the track and how long they're sustaining that for.
The heartbeat, big thing is, and with the older horse and younger horses, then we go look at that, the heartbeat, and when we race and when we slow down and all that, it'd be good. And if a horse got a bad heart, I'd like to know now instead of going on the track, so I think it would really help us lots. Every horse is a little different. The old lead team today, the right-hand leader, he don't get excited till we hit the track, and the left one, he's all over, so I can tell you roughly where on the track and race and everything else. So, but it's good to know, if we got a bad beat, it's time to find her now.
Smile.
Once he's explained where their heart rate should be, that's phenomenal. I think it really shows which horse is trying and which isn't. With this type of information, I think the biggest thing is you're going to see what horses are trying their hardest all the time, so you can put those horses together. Tonight I'm going to mix and match. I had a left wheeler that was trying really hard. The right wheeler, he backed off a bit, so I put a right wheeler that his heart rate was the best out of actually all 12 that we've done so far, and they're going to run together, and I'm going to see if maybe that's not my faster outfit, and off a 3-barrel tonight and see what happens. I thought coming in here my horses were top-notch fit, and it shows it shows on the graph that they could be a little fitter. So that really indicates to us that we have to do some more work on fitness, and the same as any athlete.
When the horn blows somewhere here, the heart rate jumps and goes very quickly to 215 easily, 215-ish. And then here is the race. So the horse is galloping during the race. What we can see is that the heart rate is really consistent, with exercise, like 215, and it's quite flat, so there is not a bell-shaped type of curve, except right here at the beginning when the horse starts the race, and then the horse keeps pulling always the same. And then that's the end of the race, and what we can see is the heart rate goes down very quickly, almost a straight line, goes down so quickly that it's really a good indicator of a fitness. So this horse is probably quite fit.
What changes do you think might happen in the chuckwagon industry as a result of this study?
I think this study could help both the organizing associations and the drivers. For the organizing associations, I think it could help them decide, get them some science behind decisions, like how many days in a row should these horses race for. I think looking at the effect of cumulative racing is a plus for the sport, and if we find some problems after racing 2 or 3 or 4 days in a row, then obviously there's some decisions to make, like to limit the number of cumulative racing these horses can do. Detecting, ahead of time which horses have more heart arrhythmias than the others may help, monitor these horses. And also in terms of electrolytes and prevention, if we find that some electrolytes, a deficit in some electrolytes does contribute to heart problems in terms of electrical activity, then yes, I think everyone will be informed that they should make sure they supplement in a correct amount a given type of electrolyte, and then I think that would contribute to make the sport safer. Hi, I'm Dr. Renaud Léguillette from the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine. I want to thank everyone who helped us with the Chuckwagon research project this year. The students who participated in the study, the drivers who participated in the study with the horses, the associations, WPCA, CPCA, the rodeo organizers from High River, Honoka, of course the Calgary Stampede, and Strathmore. And I want to thank also the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine for the funding of the project. Without all of you, the project would not have been possible. So thank you again.